This is going to resonate with a lot of referees over here in the UK, whatever the sport might be, because it's a situation that is growing here. We've had big campaigns fronted by Ray Winston to try and get parents to respect referees. Was there a specific moment or a specific incident that drove you to write this letter?
It just wasn't one specific moment. It's been 5 years of building pressure from hearing referees complain to me that the sidelines have becoming increasingly barbaric in their behavior, shouting out obscenities, dropping F-bombs, criticizing calls from 50 to 70 yards away without actually being able to see the play. And it's a sense of entitlement. Perhaps it's an effect of Donald Trump, where everyone feels like they can channel their inner Donald Trump and say anything they want. But they are talking to volunteers. And more importantly, what they're saying is they're saying things in front of their children, as if they don't understand that their children are picking up cues. They're learning the behavior. It's as if it's okay for when you're upset and you're angry and you didn't like a call. It's okay to yell at a volunteer. It's okay to tell them that they're the worst possible referee, that they should never be doing this, and that they're a horrible human being. When in fact, the horrible human being is the parent who's standing on the sideline, who hasn't volunteered, who doesn't participate in the community service, and yells at referees because they have delusions of grandeur for their kid, that every one of their children is going to be the next Lionel Messi. And it's just not true. They need to change their behavior.
And did you see a change in the behaviour of the kids themselves? Did you notice how the parents' behaviour impacted on the youngsters?
Yes, some of the youngsters have said horrible things as well. There was a youngster this year who used the N-word. I find that unconscionable. We're talking about kids who possibly go to school with each other. And the moment they put on a uniform, the yellow team plays the blue team, and they become enemies of each other. When in fact, this is a game that should be played by children so that they can enjoy the activity, that they can have camaraderie, that they can understand that working in a collaborative environment where you're passing, you're shooting, you're playing with your friends, is really a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
and
the
that's
fun
the key, isn't it? You want to make sure that they stay having fun. What's been, Avery, what's been the reaction? Because I know that you sent the letter to all the parents, to a huge amount of parents. So what's been the reaction from them?
Yes. So I sent, the email went out to over 2,000 volunteers in our region. And I received more than 200 responses, all in support. I'm not saying that there are people who disagreed with what I had to say or the tone I had to say, but they certainly didn't contact me. But there is an irony in the fact that a number of people, about a half a dozen, who contacted me saying, applauding me for my words and thanking me for the sentiment in which they too would have liked to have written such a letter. About a half a dozen of them I would count as the most egregious violators of sideline behavior themselves. So what happens is people aren't very reflective. They don't even know what they're doing half the time. The most egregious violators